Should professional athletes be allowed to use performance-enhancing drugs? What are performance-enhancing drugs? Performance-enhancing drugs are chemicals which improve a person's qualities such as strength, endurance, and they may even speed up their recovery from vigorous exercises. Should professional athletes be allowed to use performance-enhancing drugs? I believe that they should not be allowed because of specific reasons such as that using performance-enhancing drugs is a form of cheating and it is very artificial. The reputation of the sport is also affected and the sponsors of that specific athlete may also be affected. My first argument is that allowing professional athletes to use performance-enhancing drugs is a form of cheating. These drugs also make the sport very artificial and fake. Sports are supposed to be about the very best that humans can do, not the best drugs which we can create and use. Professional athletes should not be allowed to use performance-enhancing drugs because it is a way of cheating. For example, if steroids and performance-enhancing drugs were totally legal, records would be broken all the time, and there would be no real thrill when someone breaks a record or does something historical, because it would be very artificial. Another example would be that dunking from the foul line in basketball used to be a mind-blowing and unbelievable thing when basketball player Julius Erving did it. But it is only partially entertaining when the mascot does it, since he uses a trampoline. This is exactly what it would be like if professional athletes use pharmaceutical trampolines to dunk. My second argument is that the reputation of the sport would crash, and it would affect the sponsors of that particular person using the performance-enhancing drugs. For example, if you're a very well-known athlete and have a very big impact on the amount of money you earn, according to the Opposing Arguments website on performance-enhancing drugs, athletes like Manny Pacquiao earn $62 million, which includes earnings from winnings from the 2 fights over the past years and many endorsements from sponsors and companies such as Nike and Monster Energy. A big ratio of his earnings comes from sponsors. According to Men's Fitness website, Floyd Mayweather was given $85 million from his sponsors after winning against Victor Ortiz and Miguel Cotto. Professional athletes take this risk if they take performance-enhancing drugs. Professional athletes who are taking performance-enhancing drugs or having a bad behavior with either going to jail or having sexual scandals affect the sponsors. This is because professional athletes, for example, Tiger Woods, had an incident which really hit his wallet, as well as Lance Armstrong getting 7 Tour de France trophies stripped off him and getting a massive fine. This did not go down well for the sponsors. For Tiger Woods, his situation of not performing in the US Open and previous sexual scandals had a very big effect on his earnings since his sponsors were not very happy with his efforts. If you ask me, I personally would not risk it. Professional athletes gain a lot of money from their sponsors, and it's not worth risking the risk of losing it. There are also some opposing arguments for this question. The reason why some athletes use drugs is because they have to face an enormous amount of pressure so that they can excel in competition. Athletes know that a win can make them become famous, which is more often than not more important than a gold medal. A star athlete can earn a lot of money and a lot of fame, and each athlete also knows that they normally do not have a lot of time to do their best work. Athletes know that hard work pays off, and that training and improving is the path to victory, although they also get the message that some drugs and other substances can boost their efforts and create a shortcut to this process. Even if they know that they are risking their whole career and their health, there are very specific reasons why professional athletes would use in performance-enhancing drugs. An athlete may want to build up mass and strength in order to make them stronger. They want to increase their delivery of oxygen in the working tissues. They may also want to mask pain, stimulate his or her body, increase alertness, reduce tiredness, and increase aggressiveness. They might also want to reduce weight, and they may also want to hide their use of other drugs. Overall, I think that professional athletes should not be allowed to use performance-enhancing drugs because it is a form of cheating and it is very artificial for the game.